Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join the hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. So over the past couple of weeks, we've been seeing this trade rumor on social media talking about Josh Anderson of the Montreal Canadiens being linked to several teams. Most notably were the New Jersey Devils, the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames, and the Ottawa Senators. And, as news came out today, two teams may be out of the running for Josh Anderson. So I want to talk about that in this video, so please stay with me throughout. So this trade rumor we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks in social media, Darren Dreger confirms a major trade rumor between the Habs and the Devils. The articles went on to say that TSN's Darren Dreger has reported that the New Jersey Devils are very interested in acquiring Montreal Canadiens forward Josh Anderson. Then you started seeing his name being linked to the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames, and the Ottawa Senators as well, as they're looking for a top nine forward. As observer Mark Olivier Boudin, and I apologize if I'm saying that wrong, says, I still say it's now or never to trade Anderson. His contract will be heavy when the Habs are competitive. Also says the Devils have an excellent pool of young talent. It's a good fit. The article also mentions possible names in return: Seamus Casey question mark, Nolan Foote question mark, picks, and it also went on to say that the Canadiens are in dire need of an impact defenseman, a right-handed defenseman capable of playing big minutes. So, right then and there, you can see a framework of a trade being done. The Devils are not giving up on Seamus Casey. I don't see his name being involved in any trade rumors. So I could definitely scratch him off the list because he is a right-handed defenseman that's playing very promising with the Michigan Wolverines. So I don't see him being included in any trades going forward, as I think he's a promising piece of the Devils' future on the blue line. Nolan Foote is a name that I could see going out there in any trade. I'm just not talking about this Josh Anderson trade, but other trades as well. I could see his name being mentioned as a part of a package, and picks as well. Severson is a name that comes to mind if you're looking for a right-hand defenseman who could play big minutes, but he has a new contract that has to be worked out as he's a UFA entering this season. So maybe a team would want to take a shot at him, but I definitely see him going to a team where, either riding out the year with the Devils as we're in playoff contention, or possibly to another team looking for some right-handed help. But, the Devils are one of those teams that I mentioned that potentially are out of the running. So I don't think the Devils are going to go for Josh Anderson, as Kent Hughes made it apparent that his asking price is a bit high. So I'll get into that a little bit. So talking about Josh Anderson, he's 28 years old. He's 6'3", 227 pounds, versatile winger who can play the right or the left side. But his contract is what scares off a lot of people, and his production for the past couple of years. His contract is at $5.5 million for AAV, and his contract expires after the 26-27 season, as he has some term left on his deal. Looking at his stats, his best year came in 2018-2019. He played in 82 games, 27 goals, 20 assists for 47 points, and he hasn't really lived up to that since that year. Looking at this year in 2022-2023, so far he's played in 25 games at the time of me doing this video, 7 goals, 2 assists, 9 points. So not off to the best of starts this year. Last year in 2021-2022, 69 games played, 19 goals, 13 assists for 32 points. And looking at 2020-2021, he played in 52 games, 17 goals, 7 assists for 24 points. Looking at his playoffs, he's played in 43 games, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. So over the course of his career, he scored 20-plus goals once, and 15 to 19 goals is kind of like what he's been doing, and he's done that 5 times in his career. But we've heard some interesting updates as of today. According to sources from the fourth period's David Pagnotta, the Habs GM Kent Hughes is asking too much for Josh Anderson, to the point where two teams have dropped out of the race for the power winger. According to Hughes, the New Jersey Devils and the Edmonton Oilers are no longer interested in Josh Anderson, at least for the time being. Hughes believes that Anderson has a very good value on the market, and why he's likely to be patient on trading him. Good chance that interest in Anderson will skyrocket the closer we get to the trade deadline. And I agree. I agree with Kent Hughes. Hold on to the player, see if he can turn the season around, boost up that trade value. Josh Anderson is a player that a lot of teams are going to look for as they enter the playoffs. He's a big winger who can play the right or the left side. He plays up and down your lineup. It's not like he plays fourth line minutes. He plays up and down your lineup with on the first line, second line, third line. He can still skate. He's a big body. He plays a physical game. He can still score. And teams are going to need this. They're going to need a player, especially in those long, grueling 7-game series. You need that big power forward who can wear the other team down, and Josh Anderson can do that. We saw what he did with the Montreal Canadiens on their magical run, and he's a player who's loved by teammates, loved by fans. But the thing with him is contract. A lot of people don't want to take on $5.5 million for another 4 or so years. His production has been on the decline since 2018, 2019, but he's still a player who can get up and down the ice. He can still shoot. He can still score. He's got good speed, and he could keep up with the star players. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Josh Anderson as we enter the trade deadline. Which team is going to really throw in their best effort to try to acquire him? But I think a lot of these teams, especially the Devils and the Edmonton Oilers, as they're bowing out right now, maybe tried to lowball Kent Hughes and the Montreal Canadiens to maybe not give as much now because he's not off to the best start and he's got a contract that's, that they're able to take on as of now. I know the Edmonton Oilers can now with Evander Kane out, but when Kane comes back, it's going to be hard to keep that contract and Kane. So, the Edmonton Oilers are up against it. The Devils can move around some pieces to make it fit, but, I think those two teams are bowing out as of now. So we'll see what happens as we get into the trade deadline. Comment below what you think about this. What do you think of Josh Anderson being linked to these teams or other teams as we enter the trade deadline? So comment below. Let me know. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button if you haven't done so, and subscribe to Hockey Skate Down. It's free. And join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy. Stay safe.